LA Plans, and today I'll be sharing my first Erin Condren haul video on YouTube. So I normally do hauls on Instagram, but since I'm being more active on YouTube, I figured I'd do my first one on YouTube. This is also going to be a flip through of the planner that I purchased and somewhat of an analysis of what I'm going to use as my main planner and kind of my thought process on that. So I'm just going to jump right in. So I didn't get too much, as y'all know. I am an affiliate with Erin Condren, and so I did get a lot sent to me for launch. I also purchased a lot on launch. So I didn't get too much. I did want to add a couple of things, or purchase a couple of things for this planner. So it's not a large haul, but it's everything that I need for this planner. So I'm just going to jump right in and take everything out. And so I'm going to start with this gold metal ruler. I absolutely love this ruler. I have one for my on-the-go folio. I have one for my office, and this one is going to be for my work office. But I picked up one of these, and then because I purchased a life planner, I did get the clutch. So this is now my fourth clutch. And so I'm just going to use these for storage. I really love this design, and it goes really well with the box. So I'm really excited to actually use this. So, but I have another clutch. And then I just purchased 2 sticker books. So I got the monthly collection sticker book and then the layers designer sticker book. And so I picked these up specifically for this. For this one, I noticed when I was doing my latest plan with me that I've used up all of my months in other planners. So I wanted like the month script for this. So I picked this up. And then for the layers, I'm just picking it up because I think I only have 2 of these books. And so generally I try to have like 2 of these books per planner that I use. And that's just so I have the same amount of items for each one, because generally I like to do something similar or the same with the stickers. But I picked these up, and then I picked up this Neutral Layers Horizontal Life Planner, which I'm so excited about. So if you saw my Erin Condren history YouTube video that went out today, because I'm posting the same day, I mentioned like a million times trying to convince myself that I shouldn't get a horizontal, and I got a horizontal. And I think it's gonna work out better for me, and I'll explain that more towards the end of the video. I wanna do the flip through first. First I wanna start with the cover. So this cover was inspired by Barbie from Erin Condren. She is the store manager, and she's amazing, and I absolutely love her. But on her Instagram, she shared this, and I think she inspired a lot of other people to do it. So I'm gonna give full credit to her on that, but I absolutely love this black mid-century circle design. I just think it's beautiful. She did have the black coil, and I was debating on that, but I think I just stick with the gold because I will switch out my covers, and then the gold will match my office since this one will be on an acrylic stand on my desk. So I decided to go with gold. But full credit to her on this beautiful cover. And then if y'all haven't already seen Laura Plans It on Instagram, I'll leave her handle here too. She did the, I don't know what color it is, so you have to check out her page, but she did this design as an interchangeable cover. And I think that's an amazing idea too, because then it matches, you know, your box as well as your new clutch. And so it's also a really pretty blue. I was debating on doing that too because it would match my planner cart, and it would definitely match the bag if you got like the gold coil in that blue. But then I remembered I'm putting it on my bookshelf. I need to stick with my normal like neutral colors. So 2 different ideas if you're looking for a different interchangeable cover or a cover for your planner. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a quick flip through of this. I'm not sure who's seen the Neutral Horizontal Life Planner, but I'm just going to do my little flip through for it. And so I'm really excited for this because I love the horizontal. Ever since my second life planner, I always had an hourly and a horizontal, and I kind of just bounced between the 2. And this year's, I don't think going to be any different. However, I feel like I'm going to use the horizontal more just because I feel like it'll work better for me. I think I should point out a couple of things. So I really love how simple this design is in this new life planner. So in the kaleidoscope, they had the kaleidoscope kind of here. So you either had to keep the kaleidoscope on each page or cover it up. And so I love that you can't really tell what theme it is, you know? So I wouldn't be able to tell if I just saw this if I didn't know that this was the layers theme. But with the kaleidoscope, you knew you got a kaleidoscope life planner because of some of the features on there. And so I like that this is just simple and basic, and I can make it whatever theme I want. One thing that I do miss, and I know I pointed this out last year, was that they again did the monthly view at the bottom of here, and I do miss 2 years ago the notes section was just, this was all notes. So you didn't have that calendar down here. They added this last year and they kept it this year. I mean, it's nice, but I normally cover it up, to be completely honest. And I do like that it flows. So it's not like it's a deal breaker, obviously, for me, but I do prefer that full note section down here. And that's just a personal preference. I rarely use the calendars. I mainly just cover this up, but that's fine. I can just definitely cover that up. But I'm still so excited for this horizontal layout. One thing that they also removed is the hexagons in each box, which I think everybody's excited for because it's a blank slate. But yeah, that's that. And then you have your quote pages. And yeah, and then the rest, it's the same as all the other planners. One thing, so I'll kind of give, let me go to the notes page. So one thing that I do want to bring up in this video is if I'm going to do hourly or horizontal, and I'm thinking horizontal because, and let me grab my hourly to kind of point this out. So I'll point it out. I'm thinking horizontal because I feel like I can make it work for me. And I think it's going to be a lot better with the current planning system that I have, because as y'all know, I have a lot of planners, and they're only functional if you have a purpose for them. And so in the horizontal, so we have the horizontal and then we have the new hourly. And so what I want to point out is that, okay, and so in the hourly, for me personally, I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. I don't take a lunch so I can leave earlier in somewhat beat traffic. And then I have a commute from 7 to 8. So I leave 7 to get to work at 8. And then when I leave at 4, I don't get home until 5. And so that only leaves me with essentially 6 a.m., which I'm getting up and getting ready for work. So I don't really put anything in there because I don't write AM routine or PM routines in here. So I mainly use this as like a header or to put like different stickers. So I'm essentially only maybe using this section of my planner. So from the 4 p.m. down to the 5 p.m. down. And that's not a whole lot of planner space. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to use this, and there are going to be some weeks that I do use this. But what I liked about the current life planner, which I do have in here so I can point it out, is that here's a sneak peek of a plan with me. What I do like is that, on here, it goes to 9, and I'm doing all these things because I'm working from here, essentially I'm working from here to here. Like this entire, up until here, I'm not worried about anything but work. And so on the weekdays. And so from, I had all this room down here to kind of plan. I had all of this note section down here. I had a good chunk of my planner. And so that's why I preferred the single hours as opposed to the half hours, because I think it just worked better. And I didn't realize that until I was actually going through all of my life planners that I noticed I never had a Monday through Friday set schedule job until this year. And that's when I had the single hours. Before I was promoted, I was part-time and I made my own hours. And so if there was something that needed to be done, I would do it. But for the most part, I worked whenever I needed. As long as my work was done, they were good with when I worked. I just submitted my time and I was good. And so the half hours when I started this job and my previous planner before the kaleidoscope, it worked because I had off days and I had, I could write things down and I had things going on throughout the week because I made my own hours. It wasn't all just work. It wasn't, 40 hours up here, or what is that? 40, so an hour each day. So that's not 60 hours blocked for just work. And I don't want to put my work schedule in my personal planner. I have a work planner for that. I do put meetings in here, so I'm more aware of where I'm at and what I'm doing. But other than that, I'm not putting anything else really in my planners. So it's a good chunk of time that's taken up just for work. So it's essentially all of this taken up for work. And then I have my weekends to do whatever, and then I have my 5, 6, and 7. And I know I could like make lists and do things on here, but that's personally not how I think. That's personally not for me how the hourly is intended. It's intended for schedule, and that's in my mind. How I use it and how I will always want to use it is for a schedule. I don't want to block off these times. That's too cluttered, and it doesn't work for me. And I've learned that through all of my like life planners, especially in the hourly. I want to see what's going on when. I want to see the set times. If there's a list, that's because I'm doing that list during that time. And that's personally just how I use the hourly, and kind of my whole reason why I think I'm going back to the horizontal as my main planner is for that, because I don't know, I can, if I need hours, I can use the event stickers from Erin Condren. I can use the Planner Kate stickers, the hourly stickers, and make like my own little schedule here. But also in my agenda, I have hourly inserts as well that I can use that go to 9. So if I need an hourly view, I can use that as well. Not to say that I'm not going to use my hourly from Erin Condren. We'll see when, you know, July comes and I start using this. But for the most part, I feel like my main planner is going to be my horizontal, because I can write down everything that I need. You know, I have all of this space for what I would need to fit in all of here, because I go by the hours in here. And I mean, it could change potentially. We'll see. That's my intent. Like, that's my thought process right now, is just going back to here and highlighting everything that I need personal wise, because I think it'll fit better in here. Especially since I'm not using it for work. And again, I'll probably still use the hourly, and I'm not bashing on the hourly. Like, that's not what I mean by this video. I'm just saying that for me, for functionality wise, I don't think the hourly is the best for the weeks for what I need, and it's not the best for how I use it. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys and kind of share my thought process on this, and the reason why I got the horizontal, and why you'll probably see a mixture of hourly and horizontal pages again. I'm still deciding what I'm using. I haven't, you know, set anything in stone, and I can always go back and forth because I do have both. So that's one good thing too. I'll probably still set up both. But similar to how you saw if you watch my history video, whenever the weeks that I did use my horizontal, I didn't use my hourly, and vice versa. And so I'll probably go back to that again, and it all depends on the week. But for the most part, I feel like I'm going to be in my horizontal just because I have more room to write out things that I need. But yeah, other than that, I just wanted to share all of that with you guys. But yeah, other than that, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.